issue 34, Vision, from Avengers Age of Ultron. Now guys, I was devastated when I first got this figure. You can always tell when there's something not right with the figure, and unfortunately this Vision is broken. You can't really tell from this, but if you have a look here, you can see when he snapped off the pedestal of his base, and he's literally hanging on by a thread. I put a little bit of glue in there for now to hold him in place. However, I have contacted Eaglemoss, and they are sending me a new one as soon as possible. Now, I've only ever had 2 other figures that have arrived broken, and fair play to Eaglemoss, they have sent out a new one free of charge straight away within the week. So fingers crossed I do get my new Vision in a week's time. Now, with that aside, I think the reason for him breaking off his base is to do with his stance. Now, as you can see, he's got a bit of an epic pose going on. He's doing his floating, mystical, vision, floaty thing. So they've gone for that effect here on the base. You can see that his one leg is literally resting on the other leg, and you can see it actually doesn't. This 1 foot doesn't touch the base at all. So the only thing holding Vision on the base is the tip of his 1 foot. So you can see here his heels raised, and just here. Now you can see what I've put a bit of glue here, but he is literally, you can see, he's literally hanging on. So I'm not going to move him around too much. Keep him as he is until I get my new one. But overall, this is a good figure. It's not an excellent figure for me. It's a good figure. Let's talk about the stance first. The stance and the pose on this figure, I think they've nailed the likeness of Vision spot on. He's going for that epic floating kind of look, and it really works well. I love all the colouring on his suit, and I do really like the way that the shine they've got, the gloss shine on his shoulder pads, his gauntlets, and his boots. I really like this embroidered, bubbled, almost scale effect of his costume. I think it works really well, and I do really like the lines in his cape. However, I do have some nitpicks. Before I have a nitpick, I've got to say, so have a little closer look up. See if I can get into that. There we go. He is a good likeness of Paul Bettany's Vision. They've got that kind of the way Bettany does his quite robotic, emotionless kind of look sometimes. I think they've got that spot on. The only 2 things niggle me. The gold on the armor and the thing have got, like I said, quite of a shine gloss. However, I don't know if you can tell this on the camera, but his Infinity Stone is quite dull paint. So it doesn't come across, when you can see the figure, that good. And I'd expect it to be, as it's the Infinity Stone, kind of a key point for him. The other thing that really, really niggles me with this costume is his cape. Now, you know me, guys. I've always said in previous videos how much I rate the quality of the capes in these figurines. But the problem with Vision's cape is, first of all, it is the same thickness the entire cape. So as you can see here, this is the thickness, and it is very thick. I mean, if we have a little look close up, the thickness of the cape is almost the same thickness as his wrist. It is really, really thick, and it doesn't change as it gets to the bottom. You'd expect the cape to thin out and be thinner at the base to give it that flick kind of effect. They've done that with previous figures such as Thor. The detailing on the cape is okay. It's not superb. I'd have to look more at images for better reference. But like I said, it is very thick and it doesn't change. And the other thing I don't like about the thickness of the cape is, if you can see here, they've got really cool looking patterns for his artificial cape that he makes after seeing Thor's cape. And you can see all the pattern and design we've done here as fab. But again, there is nothing on this side. I don't want to bend him too much in case he does snap off mid-video. There's no detailing here at all. It just looks like they've got a club of clay or a block of resin, and they've just literally molded on and stuck it on his back. Same here. There's no blend in from the back to the front, and I just find it a bit cheapens it. But on the display, he is a solid looking figure. I do really like the detail. Maybe this is just an issue with my figurine. Maybe we'll see a different, I might have a different opinion when I get my next Vision figure. So before we move on to issue 35, let's have a little look at size comparison. So let's bring in good old issue 1 Iron Man. Here we go. You can see they're quite good. He's quite good on scale. I would say he's almost exactly the same height as Iron Man. Um, he does, like I said, you can see how wobbly he is on this. He does go well with the set. Scaling wise, yeah, there's no problem at all. Like I said, detailing and scaling on the actual body and the facial expression and the paint job, I think is brilliant. It's just the cape I think they could have improved. I think this would have been an excellent figure if the cape had been improved. So let's move on to issue 35. So issue 35 is another Avengers Age of Ultron figurine. It's our good friend Quicksilver. Now guys, I will be honest, when I first saw pictures of this figurine, I saw it on Instagram and I saw it on Twitter, I was like, oh, it's a bit of a throwaway. I liked Quicksilver in the film, but I was a bit like, oh, the figurine doesn't look that great. It looks like it's going to be a bit slanted to the side. But I'm actually very impressed with this model. The detailing on the costume is very well done. I love all this, again, a bit like Vision, this texture they've gone for on his upper suit, on his jumpsuit part, and then this contrast really nice with the smooth parts of obviously his leggings and his trainers. I love the fact he's got 1 foot over the front and 1 foot pulled back, almost like he's about to do the 100-meter sprint against Usain Bolt. The only thing that niggles me with these characters, especially if we compare them with some of the other ones, like here's his sister, I think the scaling works really well. But like I said, the one thing that irritates me with the figurines, as you can see with Iron Man, at the front they have the Marvel logo. Now the Marvel logo is obviously there to show you this is the front of the figurine. So when you're displaying them, that's the part that really should be facing forward. And I don't think that even though he's running towards you, I don't prefer him to be displayed this way. Like her, I like to have a bit of an angle. And I think he looks better on the side, almost like he's getting ready to run, almost like that. I think they look better together like that. And it's the same with the Iron Man suit from Civil War. I think the pose looked better at the side angle because it did more for the character's pose. So as you can see, the scaling I think works well. I think he looks good with his sister, the Scarlet Witch. So, 2 solid good figures, both from the same film. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more from Marvel, or check out my Infinity Collection series, where I'm attempting to build every Infinity item from all the films as a build-up to Avengers Infinity War. If you want to see more on Marvel Eaglemoss collection reviews as well, please hit that subscribe button. And remember, guys, it's your cave, your rules, and I'll see you next time.